CSA's General Secretary, Peter Montopoli. Peter, welcome.
Thank you very much, Anthony. How are you?
I'm very good, excited and pumped, just like the rest of the country is, Peter. I'm sure you are and your staff. Talk about the response the city of Vancouver has shown this Canada's team with 50,000 plus, the atmosphere in the city walking around. It's got to be incredible, Peter.
Well, you know, we've been planning this for a long time. We were hoping we would get to this point. And now that we're here, we're excited to see the response by everyone in the community, whether it be taxi drivers saying this is fantastic, whether it be the general public saying, I want to get my tickets. To say now that we're very, very close to sellout, it's overwhelming. But having said that, we've sold out this venue a number of times this past summer in 2015 with the FIFA Women's World Cup, so there's no reason why we can't sell it out for Friday evening.
Peter, there's a different vibe. There's a different feeling ever since Benito Floro has taken over. I'll even go as far back as when Victor Montoliani took charge of the presidency of Canadian soccer across this country leading up to this game. People are putting their differences aside. People are getting their red jerseys, their flags, and they're getting ready to cheer on Canada on Good Friday. Have you noticed it? Have you sensed that different vibe? Even going back to the Women's World Cup, that things are starting to change for the positive in this country?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. It's been a long process. A number of things that have put into place have come to fruition now. But certainly the public is behind the team. We're done all the right things off the pitch. We're doing everything we can on the pitch. And I think the thing we've talked about, and Victor has told us from the beginning, we're selling hope. And we all believe in this hope concept, and every country has it. Every country has it going into the FIFA window. And I think that's the beauty of the FIFA windows. On Friday and Tuesday, the whole world plays, and we're part of the world. And we believe our product is just as good as anyone in the world. And I think we're showing it Friday evening, again on Tuesday evening when we play in Mexico. And I stated yesterday that I believe this series will be the largest attended series in the world for this upcoming FIFA window. And the two matches will be attended probably in the top 5, top 6 in terms of attendance worldwide. I think that's making a statement for the sport in our country. We are a leading soccer nation. Contrary to what the people, the disbelievers say, we are a leading soccer nation, and we continue to prove it. And we're one of the few that can say it both on the men's and women's side. Now, we do need a victory, but certainly the team is trending in the right direction. Benito's done a fabulous job. I think we've done some good things off the pitch to get players playing for the team, to have a couple players change of association. And for people who aren't familiar with that, is to have players who were previously playing for another country now play for us. So all these little pieces, all these little parts come together to have Junior Harlech commit to our country. Every piece counts, Anthony. You know that. You've seen it over the years. And everything is positive now. Instead of people saying it's negative, it's all positive.
And Peter, you used the word statement. I got to tell you, the statement off the field to me is something that I think you're going to start capitalizing sooner than later. I was talking to a Fortune 500 president here in the GTA, a good friend of mine, and he himself is getting on board and watching this game and excited. And he talks about his kids in the grassroots youth clubs that they play at. He sees this as an opportunity for his company to get involved, whether it's at the province or in the nation. He wants to get involved. That to me opened up my eyes, and I said, wow, this is what this country needs. More finances back in the senior teams to help us out, Peter.
Yeah, certainly. I think, he's right on many levels. I think for a long time our organization used the concept that we were the largest participation sport in the country, and we certainly are. We certainly are. However, that can only get you so far, and we needed something else. And then all of a sudden, our women's team started to perform. We caught lightning in a bottle in terms of what happened at the Olympics. And then right after that, we're hosting the FIFA Women's World Cup. And in between, we put the pieces in place for a strong and stable men's national team program. So we've got participation. We have a strong women's program. We're building the men's program. And maybe the next and last piece to it, once the men let's say, get to the hex or even qualify, is possibly down the road is looking at now a bid for a men's World Cup. So, we're putting all the pieces in place here, but it didn't happen overnight. These things take a long time to come to fruition, but we're very happy that it's just trending in a very positive direction.
And just before we let you go, Peter, we really appreciate your time. We know that you're busy, but I want to talk a little bit about that. We know that Victor, yourself, have spoken about possibly bidding for the Men's World Cup. Let me ask you this before we let you go. Roughly in your mind, how many brand new stadiums do we need across this country to make a solid bid? I believe personally, in my opinion, 6 to 8. Is it more or is it less than that, Peter?
Well, Anthony, without the bid specifications out from FIFA, it's hard to tell. I'm familiar with bids, having been through them. I'm familiar with the FIFA side, having worked on FIFA Men's World Cups in 2006 and 2010. And so sometimes documents say certain sizes, but they don't necessarily need to meet that specification at the end of the day. I know that because I was in charge of the Rustenburg venue for 2010 in South Africa. So if the minimum size venue was 40,000, that one was 35. And so sometimes things are written in terms of bids, but things do change. So it's hard to tell what kind of new infrastructure we require. One would say you need between 8 and 10 stadiums. And so we'd have to take a look at what's proper, what would fit the specifications across the country. Certainly we have some big stadiums already, and you look at Edmonton, you can look here in Vancouver, certainly Old Sky Dome is there. There's also BMO Field. So, we'd have to take a look at what the minimum specs are and which number fit in, and then we'd have to retrofit some of them, and is there something that, else that's required. And, I think the one thing we were really, really adamant about when we made the bid for the FIFA Women's World Cup was a coast-to-coast concept. And it'd be a shame if we put a bid together here and there's not a coast-to-coast concept once again, because the true value of what a World Cup is to any country is that it's a nation-building and nationwide event. Contrary to what an Olympics, I believe, is typically a city-driven or maybe a provincial-driven competition, multi-sport. A FIFA World Cup engages and involves an entire country, and that's the beauty of what a FIFA World Cup, whether it be men's, women's, senior, youth, whatever it is, because you need multi-facilities, multi-venues, and multi-city in order for it to be, successful. So you're engaging the entire country. You spread it out around the entire country. For us, that's the beauty. We'd love to go coast to coast. So obviously in the Atlantic right now, we'd have to find something that would meet a FIFA specification. Currently, there isn't one. So that would be my short answer. Maybe it's a little longer. However, let's get everybody thinking that it is possible here in Canada. We believe entirely that the Men's World Cup belongs back in CONCACAF. I know Victor believes that. It's our time. Where do we fit within CONCACAF to host this? Those are all the questions we have to ask ourselves. We start to engage the federal government to make them believe this is important to our country. Certainly we believe it's important. We showed it with the FIFA Women's World Cup. Don't forget, Anthony, we were one of the few countries to bid for that and to show that women's soccer is popular, it's successful, and it's important. And we believe that on the men's side as well.
Peter, we really appreciate your time on short notice. Congratulations to you and your staff. Congratulations to the city of Vancouver. Good luck to Team Canada. A nation is watching. There has never been so much anticipation for a game leading up to this, and the magnitude that it is, it should be electric. Again, Peter, thank you so much. Happy Easter to you and your family, and let's hope that it's going to be a great Friday for all in Canada.
Thank you, Anthony. Same to you, and thank you for your energy and passion to the sport. Really appreciate it.
Outstanding. Peter Montopoli, CSA General Secretary, class act, true gentleman, and a smart business guy helping Canada get to the next level.